Welcome to the Go Gettas podcast, a podcast where we haven't decided to do it anyway. I am Colby.
And I'm a delicate flower on a pit of lava. But you can call me Fee.
What?
I don't know. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII all day. I haven't prepared anything.
My brain is gone.
It is literally until 10 minutes ago I was playing that game.
Yeah.
14 hours.
I get you. And I know I'm asking a lot of you right now. By the way, viewers at home,
killing me.
I have two notes. One programming note. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out yesterday, but I was at a funeral and traveling all day today, so I didn't get a chance to play it. And because like Final Fantasy VII is a game on the level of like Tears of the Kingdom, I want to hear nothing about it, so I'm not allowing Fee to tell me anything.
It's really bothering me.
I know. I'm so sorry. Next episode we can talk about it. I promise. A second programming note. You may notice that my Texas accent goes up today. I just spent 2 days around my family in West Texas, and so a lot of them have that accent. So
what accent?
You know, the like, well, we're going up to the Tex-Mex place, and you know they got the guacamole up there, and it's like that.
I want to know if I have a Texas accent.
Not much of one.
Well,
Usually younger people don't.
Younger people, like I'm so young.
Yeah, I mean like people like in their 30s and under, like those of us that grew up with the internet and more access to TV. Usually we get sort of like TV accent, which is just sort of like a non-regional, like transatlantic accent or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I have whatever the fuck accent, and that's just how I live my life. No one would know I'm from Texas, except I say y'all a lot, and I say howdy.
You say howdy?
I do. Unironically, I do. I say howdy to a lot of people at work, and just a normal day, I go howdy.
Hey, howdy. Hey.
It started being like ironic when I first started saying it like years ago, but then I really liked saying it, so now I say it.
Wow. I can't believe it. You've yeeted yourself. This is like yeet. This is like let him cook. This is just, you say it ironically for a while and then now it's just part of your dictionary. Dog was mine.
Yeah. What dog is now part of your lexicon.
I know. That's how it happens. Is you're like, I'm so cool, dog, and you're just like, oh, God, people that say dog are so stupid, and then 6 months later, you're just saying it unironically, and then you're like, what have I become?
What I've become that which I hate.
Yeah, what hath science wrought?
I will say about Final Fantasy VII, I pre-ordered it, got it physical, got it after work.
Mm-hmm.
I got it from GameStop. I did not know that they were giving away a fucking hat. So now I got a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth knit trucker hat.
Hell yeah.
I just got for free.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of mad because I've seen, like, somebody sent me pictures. It was Harley. Harley sent me pictures of the discs themselves. Yeah. And I was like, oh, man, those look so good. I'm so mad that, like, I can't get those because I bought it digitally. Like, I bought it digitally because I was like, you know, I'm going to be playing it midnight as soon as it comes out. And then, you know, my grandma had to go and die or whatever. So.
Damn grandma.
How dare you, Mimi.
Being old and fucking passing on.
Being old and wonderful and everybody loved her.
That wasn't the racist one, right?
No, that was the cool one.
Okay. You keep telling me, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, the racist one died a long time
A
ago.
long time ago, yes.
Yeah, the racist one died first, which is like score.
God, don't rest her soul.
Yeah, the racist one was the one that like my parents took her to the Lubies in the mall in Corpus, and she asked for something, and the person like wasn't very like polite to her, and she's like, "Oh, I am a white woman." My mother was like, "I have to leave. This is too cringe," and left my dad there alone with her. My dad's like, "Okay, let's just get through this."
Sherry, I'll get back at you later.
Yeah, you owe me one.
Oh man, I couldn't. I mean, my dad was kind of racist, but like in a funny way.
Funny racist.
Well, kind of just he had. Well, I would say he had to be drunk, which was like his everyday like fucking.
True.
But like it would only be like by himself or like with his family. I don't think he really said it like anywhere outside of just us. Right?
With the stories that you told, I think 1 or 2 episodes ago, where it just sounded like the cops were like, don't go down there. He's on one. Don't worry about it. I'm surprised that your dad showed that amount of restraint.
He was just more mad at the world than anything. Just more mad at he hated like everyone equally.
He just hated being alive. And that's relatable. Everybody can relate to that.
Yeah, I don't know with him. Like he hated everyone, but then he was like nice to everyone, but like was real mean to them about them behind their back. So like he was just like outwardly nice. And he could be nice to be around, but then like he gets drunk and you do some like the slightest thing, and just fucking that's it. But then
he just flips a switch and he's like, "I never liked your feet. Your feet are gay." You're like, "What? You got those gay feet? I've seen them."
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
See you wear the tight pants, trying to get the boys to look at you. Just.
With your butt looking all good. What are you talking about?
God, just get out of here, making me look at it. Just fucking no, dude. I swear. Like, I think I must have told this story on the show before that my dad had got mad at me for hanging out with like you and Mike all like summer.
Mm-hmm.
One time, and he's like, "Why don't you hang out with a girl? What are you, gay?" And I'm like, well, Dad, I'm not going to his house and like we're not making out or fucking having sex. I'm like, we're just going to play games. He's like, "Oh, well, I never see you with a girl." I'm like, and you probably never would. I wouldn't bring her here.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad. Listen, right now, all I really want to do is play Halo 2. And, like, I don't know of any girls that want to play Halo 2 with me. But if you find one, you let me know. She's invited.
She can come over and balance on her unbalanced floor.
She can come over. You know what? I'll even just to make, if I ever have a date, I'm just gonna put a blanket over the hole in the floor so that like it looks like everything's fine.
But it's not fine. It's not.
I'll put her in the crooked chair, but I'll angle it so that it's like against the crooked floor. That way, it's sitting up straight. That's the good chair.
You get to sit in a good chair. We put fucking books under it to make it straight.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. But don't get out of that spot. Just don't worry about it.
Don't move either.
I'll carry you in.
Yeah, you know what? Before we go over, go to the bathroom before. Let's just make sure that's taken care of.
Yeah, unless you like fucking spiders and scorpions. It's chock full of it in my bathroom.
It's a terrarium. Very fancy. You wouldn't understand.
Oh yeah, we like to call it the fucking terrarium commode.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, stupid. Anyway, let's get on topic.
Yeah.
Since we can't have fun on this show.
I'm just saying.
I know, I get it. But
Fee and
fuck.
I was thinking about this actually, because you mentioned something about Rebirth before. This was like a couple weeks ago, before it ever came out. You mentioned something about it, and I was thinking, and I was like, oh, I think that Fee thinks that spoilers are only about the story, but as like when I am concerned about like a game that I'm excited about playing, I want to be surprised by 100% of it, which means like I don't even want to know what the start screen looks like. I don't want to know what the theme song of this part is. I don't want to know how it feels to play. I don't want to know anything, right? And Fee is like, well, I'm not spoiling it. Like, I'm not spoiling any of the good stuff. But it's like, to me, it's like if you were to show up and you were like, oh yeah, you got the new Harry Potter book, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't started reading it. You're like, oh, so you didn't know that like in the first chapter he gets slapped by his stepmom? You're like, dude. It was like, well, I didn't tell you that Snape dies. You're like, what the fuck? It didn't count. It's in the first like 2 pages. Shut up. I'm like, I wanted that for myself.
And you will. I just said it out loud for everyone. You can go by yourself and read. Read by yourself, you fucking loser. Gee. Like, I wasn't even gonna say anything about the story. I was gonna speak a little bit about some of the mechanics. Actually, I wanted to give like one tip, and because if I did this when I first started, it would have saved me a lot of time.
Okay.
And I can't say it.
That's correct. Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to say it because like I don't want you to do what I did.
Don't be like me.
It's not fucking game breaking, and it only like sank an hour for me. But
okay, so
I just wanted to save.
You know what actually. So because I was on this trip, I was like, well, I need something to do. And I was like, well, I'm just going to buy Final Fantasy VI again. So I bought Final Fantasy VI again. I've been playing it. And I got to this part where I am like, God, have you ever played? You haven't played Final Fantasy VI, have you?
Nah, I haven't beaten it, but I've gotten I think past to where they split up. I know I've done the opera. I know I've done Cecil's Quest and the Ghost Train.
Yeah, so
I don't know if I've done it.
So if you did the opera house, then that means that you like got Gao on the Veldt.
Yeah.
And I was at that part, and I never use Gao, really. I'm like, I don't really like the idea of him being like, oh yeah, I'm pretending to be a monster, and I don't like how he gets the new abilities either.
Well, he's not pretending. He was raised by monsters, wasn't he?
Yeah, but like in order to learn other monster moves, he has to leap into a group of monsters and then coming back. And so like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, here's actually what I want is I want to learn like what things are good, right? Like I want to be able to use Gao in a way that like, you know, complements my play style and like so that I can actually use him. But I'm sitting on a plane, so I don't have the internet, and so I was just thinking like, but what's the best monster to use? And I kept just thinking about like, man, I don't know about that. And also like, I remember that Sabin's blitz techniques, I think they're actually tied to magic and not strength. So like, I don't know what to equip on him. And then, yeah, I got to the point where I was like, doesn't matter. I'm not even going to beat this game again. Like, I'm playing this game for the like 12 hours of gaming that I'm going to get in over these like 3 days. So like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. And sure enough, I got up to Vector, which is like, we're going to sneak into the bad people's place, and then I escaped. God. So now I have the airship, and That's it. I'm not gonna play it again.
Never gonna play it again. Never. Yeah, was it the Pixel remaster?
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
Which I will say, the Pixel remaster, number one, the music in it, oh, I love it. The Pixel remaster of the opera, sick. I love what they did with the graphics. The fact that they have people singing the lyrics did make me want to die. They're good singers. They're not opera singers. Yeah, and they're pretty good singers. Pretty good.
Pretty, they're all right.
But
I'm telling you, you should have Terry Graham to come back alive and then die again, so you could download Grandia 2 and play it.
Yeah,
you could just play that game.
You told me to play Grandia 2. Here's the thing, Fee. You know what? I'll make you this deal right now. I'll play Grandia 2, but only if I have to play it before Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that means that we're not talking about it on the podcast for like 2 months.
But Grandia 2 is not that long of a game.
I wouldn't know. And I'm not going to dedicate all that time. I'm not going to dedicate all the time to it. You know what I mean?
Then again, we could talk about Grandia 2 if you did play it and beat it.
Yeah, we could.
You're not going to do that.
I could.
If I told you right now, you could play beat Grandia 2, and it would take a month for us to talk about Rebirth, would you do it? You'd have to not play Rebirth for a whole month.
I would have to not play Rebirth for a whole month, Fee.
Well, I'm not. This is on you. I'm playing it.
Listen, I would do that.
As much as I want to talk about it.
I would do. You will have to pay me, but I would do it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Why not just play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth all the way through and fun, and just play fucking Grandia 2 in snippets?
Well, so Grandia 2 is then gonna be bumped below Final Fantasy 16. So Final Fantasy 16 is the next thing.
Put Final Fantasy 16 to my next thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't.
No, we're gonna play things together. We're gonna be holding hands while we're playing them. It's gonna be great.
No, because I'll beat it far before you.
You think you will?
I know I will.
We'll see.
Yeah, you don't have free time. You don't have fee time like me.
That is correct. I do not. We'll see though. I'm gonna be doing consistent injections of gameplay every day on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You may have me on you may have me on 16. But Rebirth, I'm doing my ding dangdest.
I'm gonna beat it before you. But then again, like, I'm taking my time. I'm like 100%ing areas before I even get the story.
Yeah, unfortunately, I also kind of do that. So there goes my advantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, listen, I played for 18 hours today. I woke up this morning and I told myself, hey, today's Final Fantasy VII day. And I literally didn't stop playing, only for when I had to get up and help my sister a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I sat here and ate while I played. I went to the bathroom. I ate several times while I played. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And not a spoiler, I'm in chapter 4.
Ooh.
I'm in chapter 4.
Well, here's the thing, Fee. We'll see, because Monday and Tuesday, we're recording this on Friday. Monday and Tuesday are going to be my days to do that.
I don't know.
It's wake up, it's take my son to daycare, and then it's play for 9 hours, and then pick him up, do 2 hours of bedtime, and then play again for 5 to 6 more hours. So it's not as much, but it's going to be higher quality.
What do you mean higher quality?
Because my time is precious, and so
this doesn't mean anything.
So my time it's gonna be higher quality.
It doesn't, because after the podcast, if you tell me that if you're just like, well, I'm tired because of a plane ride or whatever, I might just go to bed. I don't have to go to work tomorrow until 6. Mm-hmm. So I plan on if we're not gonna like play a game after this or
Mhm.
whatever, spending the rest of my night until like 6 or 7 in the morning just playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, baby.
Yeah.
That's another like 6 hours, 7 hours.
Yeah. I know.
So
I'm gonna have to do the Final Fantasy VIII time dilation. God, what is it called? Time something. I'm gonna have to do the I'm at the Final Fantasy VIII it.
I'm gonna have to pull a Final Fantasy VIII.
That's right. And be bad.
Be a bad boy.
Time compression. That's what it's called. Time compression.
Time compared to fucking fuck you.
Listen, it's a special ability, okay?
That you don't have, or else you use it already.
Yeah. Listen, all I have to do is merge myself with Ultimecia, right? And then use the power, and then go back in time and kill myself, I guess. I'm not quite sure what happened in Final Fantasy VIII, and honestly, no one else is either. So,
well, you could just kill yourself now. But do you even know Ultimecia?
yeah,
Do you?
yeah, we went to college together.
You're telling me Ultimecia went to Texas Tech?
Yeah, Ultimecia was an anime club too.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Ultimecia.
Dude, Ultimecia is the one who brought up Gankutsuo. Ultimecia was like, "This is actually the best anime with the best intro." And I went, "Well, I've got to disagree with you on the intro bit, but like this is quite good."
I'm telling you, Ultimecia is like a Harvard girl.
You would think that, but Ultimecia actually is like pretty not confident.
She's real down to earth.
No, she's definitely not down to earth. She thinks she's like grandiose. She thought she was way better than my college, but she didn't apply to any really good colleges because she was afraid of being rejected. So she was like, yeah, if I wanted to, I could go to an Ivy League school. And we were like, we fucking heard, all right? All right, shut up. You forgot to bring the latest episode of Gankutsuo again. She's like, you didn't have time. I was too busy writing my thesis. And you're like, oh, yeah, your Harry Potter fanfic? Cool. We all fucking know Ultimecia, whatever.
Ultimecia, the fucking Texas Tech tsundere.
Yeah, the Texas Tech tsundere who lot of Draco Harry.
Oh, every fucking Harry Potter fan is Draco Harry. You're saying that like it's not the norm.
A lot of I'm telling you, dude. Like, she would write like a novel every 3 days about it, and they would all be different. I think it's because of the time compression, honestly. I think that's what she was doing with it the whole time.
What is the uncommon fucking Harry fanfic? It's like who is that rat?
Neville Luna?
No, who is fucking Ron's rat? Actually, he was a guy.
Oh God. Oh, I know the rat's name is Scabbers.
Yeah, I know it's Scabbers, but he wasn't Scabbers at all.
Peter
He was
Pettigrew.
Yeah, fucking the uncommon ship is Hagrid and Peter Pettigrew.
Like,
Hagrid
listen,
the whole time knew he was a rat.
Your pet rat for you, Ron Weasley. And Ron Weasley's like, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hogsmeade, take care of my cool rat. And then
I will, because I'm the animal teacher.
Yeah,
he's an animal.
Anyway, so anyway, you go have fun. I'm just gonna jerk off your rat. Sorry, what'd you say, Hagrid? Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I can't turn him into a man. I'm gonna let him crawl all over my hairy body. Oh,
gross! Why did you make me think of that?
He's like, I'm gonna let Buckbeak watch, if you don't mind. I don't know Hagrid's fucking accent.
Yeah, what are you doing?
He's like, I like to watch Buckbeak use the restroom sometimes.
God, I hate you. Please stop talking.
Hagrid's a fucking weirdo.
He is a weirdo, but you know who's even more of a weirdo? You for this. You're way more of a weirdo.
You seen me dog Fluffy? He's a Cerberus. He has 3 wieners, he does.
Please stop.
It's the magic world we all want to live in. Jeez.
It's just you, literally just you. No one else. No one else wants to live like you. No one else wants that. No one else is imagining that.
I wasn't. Till you brought it up. I can tell you how much I think about Harry Potter every day, and it's none.
None? Really?
None. Yeah, why would I think
Do
about
you
Harry
think
Potter
about it
any day
more
of
than
the
you think
week?
about the Roman Empire?
Oh no. I always think about the Roman Empire.
Every day, baby.
Every day, baby.
Every day before I go to sleep. I say thank you, Augustus. Thank you for this really weird, bad month naming system. I love this. I love thinking that October is the 8th month of the year because it has the word oct in the front, but it's not. It's the 10th.
Thanks, Octavius. I really like your name. I don't know anything about him, but he has a cool name.
Great name. Love that guy. Probably got a good chin. I'm gonna bet.
I bet he has a nice ass.
Oh yeah.
Well, man, I don't know. What's like normal fucking Republic clothing and armor? It's like robes.
Yeah.
And then the armor is just like the chest plate and like what is it, like a battle skirt?
Yeah, yeah. It's the Roman kilt.
You'd think they were like flopping hog all day. Like they didn't have underwear.
I think they probably did. I think they probably did have some kind of underwear.
I don't know. I bet they were just letting going hog wild, if you know what I mean.
let's email. I don't think a regular an academic historian would respond, but a historian grad student probably would. Let's just send an email that just says, "Do you think all the Romans were flopping dong?" And that's it. No other explanations. Just ask, and then who knows? Maybe I don't know. Is there a historian person on TikTok? Maybe that guy will answer. It's possible. Anything is possible. My favorite thing is we record this show on Discord, and when Fee is laughing too much, no audio comes through. And so I know that things are happening whenever everything just goes silent.
Sorry. I just pictured this guy opening an email. It's just the one sentence. You think women were flopping off? I can't breathe. Fuck.
There's no context. Nothing about this is for a podcast. Just that question. He's like, did a student send this? Is this my dad? Who sent this? Now I need to know.
Son of a bitch! I can't breathe. Oh fuck! God, I'm lightheaded. Oh fuck! Oh, breathe. So stupid. Fuck! I love that. Oh shit! I had to contain myself. Let's move on to the topic we never did. One Punch. Well, you want to do One Punch Man season 3?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So
I gotta breathe.
One Punch Man revealed that they were going to have a season 3 anime a little while ago.
Yeah, dude, like fucking 4 years ago.
No, it was 4 months ago, maybe. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna do a new anime. It's gonna be season 3. Everybody knows what story arc it's gonna cover. It's gonna cover Gauro, the hero killer. And so, like, we've been pretty hyped about this because they were like, oh, we're not gonna tell you the studio that's doing it, and everybody was like, okay, so like, that's good because
no, it's not.
Because Steve. So One Punch Man has had 2 different studios that have done it, right?
Mappa and the other one.
Mappa and the other one. The fact that you don't know the other one is not good.
I listen. Mappa's just a really good studio. I don't remember.
I,
I like season 2, and I thought it was animated fine. Everyone like over exaggerated. I think at some parts you could tell it's not Mappa's like quality,
mhm.
but like I thought it worked fine.
So season 1 was actually Madhouse.
Madhouse,
Madhouse is
yeah.
good, and they did a great job. One Punch Man season 2 definitely took a notable hit in quality. Like, you didn't see a bunch of like crazy over the top for no reason really good animation, which is what everybody wants. And because like One Punch Man
Yeah.
is a thing that lends itself really well to that.
To be fair, there wasn't like many big fights in that season.
Yeah, true. Um, and it was fine. It was like I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good season. But I will 100% like go in with the criticism and agree with it that like, yeah, it's not as good as season 1. So they announced season 3. They're like, season 3, it's coming. It's gonna be done by someone. Who knows? Who could be anybody. And so everybody is like, oh, it's gonna be Mappa. It's gonna be Mappa, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Mappa. It is the same studio that did season 2, JC Staff. And so all of the One Punch Man fans, the really salty hardcore ones, are super pissed off. However, they released a trailer, right?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, the trailer does look great. Do you know why the trailer looks great?
It's done by a different studio.
No, it's done. The whole trailer was done by one guy, the best animator in the entire studio.
One.
He did it by himself.
Is he doing the whole show by himself?
Great question.
That way
like,
it took 3 years.
Yeah, this anime is going to take another 12 years to make. Okay, he's done with one episode. So yeah, the trailer looks great. But yeah, he confirmed. They were like, yeah, it's just him. Just that. It's just the rest. We're all working on it, but it's fine.
Yeah, we're all working real hard.
So yeah, and honestly, to be fair, like Mappa is an incredible studio, but the amount of like work that they've put on their animators, being insane, has like really kind of put a damper on their name. They still do amazing work, but it is one of those things where like, if you're trying to be ethical and vote with your dollars, you can't really watch a Mappa thing because like everybody in there is like, I'm dying.
Listen, what if I watch one without knowing that like Mappa did it? And then I'm just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, then you're fucked. Then you have to go to church. I think.
Am I guilty by association? Just like on accident?
I think so.
I didn't mean to kill that guy. He fell on my knife.
Yeah, he put his butt on my knife. I didn't know, man.
Like, that's how. I don't know. I'm kind of a shitty. I'm a shithead because I watch anime and I don't really care. I don't really care what's going on behind the scenes as long as I'm satisfied. I mean, I care. Not enough to not watch it.
Yeah, you're one of those. To be fair,
I know. I'm a shitty
you
person.
and me is like the difference between me and my wife. Like my wife and I have seen a number of vegan documentaries. I know how awful factory farming is. I know how bad for the environment it is. And I'm like, well, if I went vegan, it wouldn't make that big of a difference, so I don't care. Whereas my wife is like, every little bit helps. Every amount that like we start pushing toward more vegan stuff is like obviously a good thing. Sure. I feel like that's like you and me is like, I'll still sometimes take like moral stances where I'm like, I'm not supporting JonTron. I'll never watch another JonTron video because he's a shithead. I know I would like his videos because he's very funny. But I'm like, nope, I'm taking a moral stance on this. You, on the other hand, are like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't. I just God, I really don't. Fucking. I mean, I care. Don't make it sound. I do care. I really, I care that they're having a bad time. Giving their animators a bad time. They're working them to the bone. It really sucks. It does. Man, though. I I watch anime. I need something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that I could watch, but if it's like something that looks like interesting, man,
You're like,
come on, man.
boy. I know that the show was produced by AI, and specifically, it's AI that runs off of the blood of orphans. It do look fire though.
You wouldn't be curious to watch.
The fight scenes, though.
Eh, they redid Berserk all with AI. They harvested the souls.
Mm-hmm.
They harvested the souls of newborn babies.
Man,
God,
you picked
man,
the one show that I'm like, that I would be pretty sad about not watching that. Because here's the thing: is I think there's a rumor that's going around that there is going to be a new Berserk anime, and that I think that they showed it to some people, and they said yeah, half of the test audience said that it was a little too brutal, which that's a selling point for Berserk.
Yeah, that's like a Berserk fan. What do you mean too brutal? That's the book. Oh my god.
Excuse me?
That's that they can't get it done quick enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly.
Because that's all what Berserk is about, like the brutal, harsh realities of fucking his world. I wonder if they're gonna do what is it, the golden army or year or whatever arc? Are they gonna do the whole thing again? Or are they gonna start after fucking what's his name?
Griffith.
Griffin.
It's Griffith. Close.
I was gonna say Grayson, but I'm like, no, that's close, but it's not it.
But the way that they pronounce it in Japanese, just every time that I hear it, it just sounds like grease. Like Grisu.
Grisu. I watched it in sub, but the very old one, the classic one, I've seen it in the English dub, and it's actually really good.
Yeah.
I can't picture Berserk Guts. His name is Berserk. I can't picture Guts speaking like Japanese. If if this was real life, I picture him speaking like a gravelly American, kind of like the show. So I don't know.
They just get Steve Blum again. And they're just put Steve Blum in it, whatever.
Yeah, Steve Blum. They get the guy who did Gimli. They have him voice.
Oh my god, yeah, John Rhys Davies.
He doesn't sound anything like what he should, but damn it!
Oh my god,
I would watch that.
I don't think I've told you this. So I have a John Rhys Davies story that just makes me cringe. So I went to Comic-Con, and I'm a really big fan of a fantasy series called Shannara. And they made a TV show out of it, out of one of the books, specifically Elfstones. Not that it matters. So they made the show. It was coming out on MTV. Should have been my first thing to be like, this was whenever Game of Thrones was really big, and so everybody was looking for a fantasy show to put on their TV for programming reasons, and MTV picked this one. So
oh man, okay.
They picked John Rhys Davies to play the King of the Elves.
Okay.
And he was at this panel that I went to go for the show, and they were like, oh yeah, this is the guy playing this guy, this guy playing this guy, John Rhys Davies playing King of the Elves. And he comes out, and he's having a great time. And obviously, at some point in the middle of the panel, he was like, so we always joked, I played Gimli, and now I'm getting to play King of the Elves, which eat your heart out, Orlando Bloom.
Stop that.
He was just like, I got to play King of the Elves. I'm King Elf now. And apparently, I watched a few episodes of the Shannara show. It is not good. So every time that I watched it, I was like, "Ooh, this is embarrassing." You should maybe apologize to Orlando Bloom for what you just said, John Rhys Davies.
No, I still don't think he should, because what has Orlando Bloom done lately besides suck?
He was in the Gran Turismo movie.
Yeah, besides suck. That's what I said.
I mean, let's see. Orlando Bloom. What has he been up to? To be fair, if I was him, I just wouldn't work anymore.
It's fair. Gimli, what's his name? John
Rhys Davies.
He was Man Ray in SpongeBob.
Oh, good.
he was that one guy in Indiana Jones, with the fez.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Sala? Yeah.
Sala, yeah, and he was Gimli. Honestly, he's fucking great. He picks him. He has one bad fucking role, and all of a sudden you're all over Orlando Bloom's cock.
I'm looking at I'm looking at Orlando Bloom's IMDb. I gotta say, pretty cool gap. He did a bunch of projects, including Pirates of the Caribbean and some other shitty movies. In 2017, and then didn't do anything until 2019, and then didn't do anything until 2021. Pretty cool gap, honestly.
Oh no,
I'm down for that.
He did Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, nothing for like 10 years, and then shit movies.
How dare you? He did Lord of the Rings, he did Pirates of the Caribbean,
that's what I said.
And then he did The Hobbit. And that's different, slightly.
Oh, okay.
And he was kind of in the latest Pirates of the Caribbean, kind of.
He was like in one scene, I think.
I'm looking at the movie poster. It's with Javier Bardem.
Yeah. Oh my god, that movie sucked ass.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I watched the 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, 1, 2, and 3. Amazing. I was like, this is great. I'm so down for this. And then
3's where it stops.
There was a 4th one that I watched, and I was like, this is real bad. I don't want to watch any more of these. And then they kept coming out with more of them, and I kept being like, why are you doing this? Please stop. Stop it. Give it.
Yeah, they made 4.
Give it some room to breathe. Just like
they made.
It's fine. We don't need another Pirates of the Caribbean for a long time.
Well, no. See, they made 4 and 5, and those movies sucked. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, "Well, we need to make another movie with the Disney ride." And then they made Jungle Cruise, and that was just Pirates of the Caribbean 1 again, but with The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're gonna make another Pirates movie. I don't know if it's gonna be a whole remake or a new thing, but it's not gonna have anyone that you knew. It's gonna be with Margot Robbie, as for what I heard last, and I hate Margot Robbie.
What the fuck is wrong with you? How
she's
dare you
actor.
say no? She's a wonderful actor.
What has she been in?
What do you mean? What has she been in?
What is she? Okay, so she was in Barbie. All of a sudden, now she's so great.
What are you talking about? She was in I, Tonya. She was in Suicide Squad.
That was a bad movie.
She was in The Wolf of Wall Street.
I didn't see that movie.
Okay, so then you don't know shit about Dick. You can't have an opinion on Margot Robbie when you're like, oh, I hadn't done that. Like that would be if I were like, oh yeah, one of my favorite authors is like C.S. Lewis. I really like the Narnia Chronicles, and you're like, oh yeah, well that fucking suck ass. He's like a shit ass author. I go, yeah, how many of his books did you read? None. None, but I know he's bad and stupid because someone on the internet told me.
Well, first of all, yeah, he is bad and stupid. Second of all, I don't read books.
Yeah, guess what? You can watch these movies that she's been in. She's good.
I saw Suicide Squad, the first one. That movie was bad. I didn't like her as Harley Quinn. I saw her in the second Suicide Squad movie. She was
She was
better in
great.
that movie, but that's because that movie was way better.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was just her that made that movie great. It was fucking John Cena, and the guy who played Deadshot was
Yeah.
fucking the polka dot was great in that movie.
Mhm.
Everyone in that movie was good, and it
Yep.
wasn't just because one singular actor.
I didn't say it was. You just said that Margot Robbie sucks, and I was like, no,
yeah.
she's great.
Yeah, I can believe she sucks, and that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, that is correct. Like most things that you believe, it's probably not true.
I don't find her appealing, and I don't know. She has a weird face. She has a weird face, and I don't find her appealing. I
Got
don't.
some issues.
I don't like that when she I don't like her smile. She talks, and when she has like a big mouth, like her big fucking buck teeth come out and her gums show. It's very annoying, and I don't like it.
I can't even picture what you're talking about. I'm looking at pictures of her and I'm like, I don't know what this woman's gums look like.
You're looking at pictures of her from the back because from the front she looks like a horse.
I'm looking. No, you're just wrong and wrong and stupid. I'll say it. I'll come out and say it.
My chest out. Look, from the movies that I've seen with her in it, one being just okay, the others,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I just don't care for her. Fuck, get off my back. Fuck, put your Margot Robbie fucking fan club away.
I can't because everybody likes Margot Robbie, and you're an outlier.
That is wrong. That is wrong, and you're wrong.
Sorry. The like 7 hateful people you follow on the internet are like, oh, you know what was really bad? Every movie that was popular, everyone is stupid but me. Boy,
No.
you know who has great opinions? Just me.
Well, I mean, that is true. I'm the only one with great opinions. Second of all, like, I think only one person that I follow on YouTube has said they don't like her, and I know he's a bad person. But like I said, I follow and watch a lot of people on YouTube, bad people and good people, and like people I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get opinions from like all around,
Mm-hmm.
so that way I can fucking work out my opinion through it.
What if you just experience the thing and just form your own opinion?
I know, I do. No, I do. I don't know if that was clear.
No. What it sounded like is you were like, yeah. I go and I watch a bunch of videos and then I just sort of take the average opinion and that's the one that I'd use.
No. I watch something and then I'll go around and find people's opinions on it and like mash it together with my opinion and see how it stands. And like take things from like each of them that they say. Like if I watch someone that like disagrees with me, I could probably find some points that we can agree on. You know.
Alfie, you've got such a process.
I do.
Got it down. Listen, I have to have an opinion on She-Hulk. I need to do 4 hours of YouTube research and only watch the show a little bit, and then I'll know.
I've seen the whole show.
I'll watch the whole show, and then I'll watch the same amount as the TV show. I'll watch that much commentary, and then I'll have an opinion.
No, but see, She-Hulk was different. Because I would read She-Hulk. I was a She-Hulk fan. I know a lot about She-Hulk before the show, and then I followed the production.
We're big real
Shulk.
fans. Call her Shulk.
they don't.
Nah, I think that's because you're not a real fan. That's how I know you're not a real fan.
I had the comic books. I followed like the production on it. I watched the show every week as it came out.
Yeah,
like, I didn't.
It's real sad. It's real sad the lengths that you've gone to pretend like you're a real fan. Don't call her Shulk. Yeah, you get out of here.
People do call her like Shulky, but like,
are you fucking kidding me? Really?
Yeah.
Gross. That's terrible. What a bad name. Comic book fans are brain dead. It's crazy.
I think I don't know if it's fans, dude. I know characters in universe call her that sometimes.
Oh,
It
good.
is
Yeah, that
cringe.
just means the writers are really bad. That, whew, great.
Um, but I did watch the show all the way through, and I did not like it. It yeah, there's reasons why a lot of people didn't like it, and it's not because just because the CGI on her face was weird. It's not because she twerked with Megan the Stallion. Who gives a fuck that she did that? The writing was bad on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The writing was bad, and she wasn't like really. She didn't like fucking match the character from the books, and even on her own, she was just dreadful.
Yeah, here's the thing. People do care about that. People care a lot about that because they keep talking about it and showing it as
No,
like, this
I
is an
didn't.
example of a bad TV show. Look at her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. It's fucking embarrassing.
I know that's what the people say, but I'm telling you what I think. I saw that and I'm like, I wasn't one of the people that was like, whoa, how could they do? I'm like, who fuck? It was like 5 seconds in an after credit scene. Who cares? It meant nothing.
It's everything. It was everything to someone.
It was. I don't know why. I don't know why it was, but it was. I don't care that she did that because who fucking cares? I didn't even know who fucking Megan the Stallion was, and she was like guest starring in a lot of things last year. And the only thing I know about Megan the Stallion is she did that fucking cow song, moo, moo, bitch.
You know what I know about Megan Thee Stallion now is that she had one line that vaguely referenced Nicki Minaj's husband, and
Isn't she like in a feud with Nicki Minaj right now?
no. Nicki Minaj is in a very one-sided feud with her.
Okay.
She had one vague thing that like referenced Nicki Minaj's husband, and then Nicki Minaj went off the fucking deep end for like 2 weeks, just being like, "Ugh, Megan Thee Stallion, awful." Anyway, come look at my single. Also, I can't believe that she done did this. It was really bad. Nicki Minaj could not be more cringe if she tried. It was, yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, well,
and Megan Thee Stallion just was like, meh, I don't need to really answer this. This is just some irrelevant old ass rapper lady who doesn't mean anything anymore. Just like tweeting into the void. Who cares?
she Megan Thee Stallion made a fucking what is it called? A diss track called "Dap Dry Ass Pussy." She's like Nicki Minaj's vagina is fucking the desert. Fucking hers like sticking your dick in an anthill. Moo bitch. I'm not a rapper.
Moo bish.
Moo bitch. Nicki Minaj came out with her new single "Wetter Ass Pussy." And
wettest pussy.
Fucking oceanic pussy. It's called OP.
Mariana's Trench of Puss.
It's just what's a big body of water? Not the like what planet's the wettest planet? What is like
Neptune maybe?
Neptune. Yeah, Neptune. It's named after the king of the ocean.
Yeah, it's got to be wet.
Fucking Neptune ass poon. Just that's what the song's called.
Let's see. Neptune is one of 2 ice giants in the outer solar system. Most of the planet's mass is made up of a hot, dense fluid of icy materials. Water, methane, and ammonia. Yeah, that does sound like Nicki Minaj's vagina, so that's good.
Great. I hope she hears this.
I hope she does too. Boy, there would be no promotion better than having old, irrelevant-ass rapper lady Nicki Minaj feuding with us and us not saying anything.
That'd be great. Nicki Minaj come and fucking bounce your huge ass and knock my house over.
I would love to reply to a tweet from her directed at us and just say, "Who are you?"
I'm like, what? Didn't she do Anaconda?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
I
I know
think
two of her.
one of her first features was on Kanye West's song called Monster, and she still talks
Oh,
about the glory days of doing that. Ah, God, she's just
the
so
glory
embarrassing.
days. Oh,
She's like,
the
I'm the
glory days.
best. Remember when I did this? Yeah, we all fucking remember Nicki Minaj. Just shut up.
I was like,
And
Nicki Minaj, you haven't done anything in forever. Like, no, didn't she do the new Barbie girl song? And that song was terrible.
she keeps putting out new music. It's just like,
None that I hear.
yeah. None that I hear or that people around me care about.
Yeah, same.
But
That's
that
why
doesn't mean
she's
anything, because I haven't heard any Megan Thee Stallion music either.
You haven't heard any of my music.
Your music? Fee.
Yeah.
Tell me about this music you've done.
Well, you heard of reggaeton?
No.
Oh, you never heard of that genre of music?
The name sounds familiar.
Well, it's not that.
Got it. Okay.
It's fuck, what is it? It's indie prog synth wave thought music. It's only in my head and only I can hear it.
Oh man, is it good?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I bet it's
I
fun.
listen to it every day before I go to bed and every morning when I wake up.
I bet it's like low tier lo-fi.
Oh, dude, that's fucking sick. I love lo-fi.
Yeah, me too. But also, it's really easy to make.
Yeah, no, it's high tier. It's high tier.
Oh, okay. No, I'll just take it at face value. Sure, I'll believe you.
You'll never. What if you heard? Okay, like, what if you heard like this really great music and you found it online, and like it suddenly became like your new fucking favorite thing, and then like you're looking into the creator and you don't recognize it, and you're like, who is this person? Like, where did they come from? And like you bring it up in conversation. I'm like, hey, that's me. Like, what would you do? Would you believe me or like what?
I would say I would probably tell you to shut the fuck up. And then if you were really persistent about it, I would say, all right, prove it. Like, open up your Spotify page, open up your SoundCloud rapper page right now.
And what if I did? And what if I proved it?
I would say congratulations. Like, I mean, if you proved it, what else am I going to do except for be like, you know what? Good for you. You're great.
I wanted you to be like befounded and like just I don't know, something.
Yeah, you know what?
Like...
How about this? For 4 hours, I would get on a Discord video call with you, and I would stare at the camera for 4 hours with my mouth open because I'm just shocked. I'm just stun locked, bud. Can't do anything.
I don't want you to be like jealous. I just genuinely want you to be shocked for like a hot minute. Just just make all the Hank Hill noise.
Yeah, just like every bully in every anime, whenever like the main character does something cool, yeah, I'll be like that.
Just for like 30 minutes. That's all I ask.
Like,
for like
every villain in Mashal, I'm like that.
I fucking love Mashal. Just do that. Just for God, for me. God.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The next time that you become a famous musician and prove it to me, yeah, that's what I'll do. It'll be great.
Wouldn't that be some shit if like next year I had like a number one like top charting song?
Oh man, I don't know what I would do, honestly.
I'll say, what would you do? Like, besides be like happy for me, like what was like you'd be on call with me, we'd be talking, you'd be like fucking stoked, you'd be like great. You get off call and you go to your wife, you're just like, honey, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell to do about this.
Yeah, Fee's about to get really famous. I mean, I'm happy for him, but damn.
Like I know you wouldn't like be like looking at you like, what have I done with my life? But like
I would start playing that song, Old Man, Look at My Life.
I just think it'd be like really funny if like what like one of us did like one thing that like propelled us into famedom.
That would be like, honestly, I feel like that's what a lot of friend groups are counting on. They're like, one of us has got to be famous, and then once one of us is famous, he's just gonna take everyone with him. I still have someone that I went to high school with who like we were relatively close friends in junior high, and then we sort of like drifted apart in high school. But every time that I would see him, he'd be like, "Hey, you start that company, you got to make me the highest paid janitor in the whole world." And I was like, you know it, Jesse. I'm all over it. So I think about that every time that I'm like, I don't know, if I ever like, if for whatever reason I just go ballistic one month and write like an app that like the next Flappy Bird, then yeah, I guess I have to go hire Jesse to be the world's highest paid janitor.
Can you hire me too, the highest paid security guard?
Yeah, man. Listen, we're lifting all these boats up, all right?
I was one of those guys. I would tell my friends, I'm like, if you ever did like anything like significant, and you had
you
like
ever do anything with your miserable life,
give me a call. No, just if you do something like have a big company or whatever, just hire me and pay me a whole lot and make sure I don't do anything. Just that's all I want. I like we'd have to be like real close. Like I'm counting on you because like I'm working at a like go nowhere job.
And you're like, honestly, I've already resigned myself. I'm not going to get famous being a security guard.
Look, I'm not going to get famous. I feel like I have a better chance of getting famous by doing something very viral on TikTok, and then like someone talks to me, and then I get in like a movie, like for a fucking
you're
cameo.
Fred 4.
Fucking no one knows who
Coming
Fred is
straight
anymore.
to Quibi.
God, man, I want to do something that catches like George Lopez's fucking attention, and then he's like, "Hola, fee, come and be in my movie, be a fucking what's it called? Just be a background character. You got one line.
You got one line in my new movie. It's called I don't know. I was trying really hard to think of a movie title that has Spanish and English in it.
Fucking
my mom Lupe. it's like Medea, but like
shit.
Hispanic. That's all it is.
I am so shocked that he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, right. I said it out loud and went, "Oh yeah, George Lopez would do just straight up rip off of Tyler Perry and just be like, no, it's different. It's different because I speak Spanish."
That would be the name too. It'd be like what was it? It'd be like Abuelita fucking Loco or something. It totally would.
Yeah, you're right.
And it would just be a Tyler Perry ripoff, or like a Coco ripoff, but for adults.
Yeah.
Because I'm like my skin is brown and I'm Mexican. I'd be like a shoo-in for like a casting for like a small role.
Oh yeah.
If I had one viral fucking clip, I'd be a shoo-in for that because like he did a movie not too long ago. About I forget what it's called, like Gringo Christmas or something.
Oh my God.
Where like he's playing himself, George Lopez, and his he's not playing himself, but he always plays himself in every role.
Mm-hmm.
And his daughter, I guess, is dating and gonna marry a white guy, and they go to his house for Christmas, and he's being really racist and shitty. Some of the side characters, his neighbors from across the street that are being like all cholo,
mm-hmm.
they do, I think, a podcast, and like they're basically just cameos because they're like online personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be me.
Yeah, you could be right in there.
One viral video, and there I am. There I am in a George Lopez movie. Is it popular? No, but like the people where I live would be like, "Yo, you were in that movie." I'd be like, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah, hey, you saw me. You remember.
Dude, yeah, well, that'd be a big deal for our town.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. So there's one blogger that is from Taft. Don't know who she is.
we talked about her before, and I've never heard of her.
Yeah, so I
And
think she may
like,
be the most famous person from Taft,
I
except
was gonna
for except for the Cumbia King.
say, except for us.
Yeah, except for the Cumbia. It's Cumbia King, us, and then the blogger. I want to put us above the blogger, but we're probably not.
I
Fine.
want to put us above the blogger because I don't know who they are, and that's people.
And I know who I am.
People know who I am. People recognize me at least. And I'm not because I'm like popular face. It's because like I stand out. But that blogger dude, like, it's people are thinking like, oh, you certainly you wouldn't know everyone from fucking your yes. That's the case though. Everyone knows everyone. Even if they don't know their name, they've seen them before. And this blogger, I have never seen them.
Yeah.
Ever. And like I feel like they made it up.
Like they just found our tiny town in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? That's where I'm from now. I've decided I'm from here. You know what? We used to have a pickle factory. Someone told me that.
Dude, like I swear, because like if I knew how old they were, then I could like pinpoint. I could pinpoint if I knew them or if I knew someone that knew them.
Yeah.
That like if you go on their thing, like it doesn't say how old they are.
They're infinite years old. They're like Legolas. They're Taft Legolas.
They've always been, and they always have, and they always will be. God, I really want to know now because like that it's really bothering me that this Taft blogger is like popular, but like I don't know who they are.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you grow up in a town of less than 4,000 people. Is you're like, I've never heard of this person. I think they're a fraud.
It's suspicious.
They're it's not that they're 5 to 10 years younger than me, and that means that I wouldn't know them. No, they must be lying.
If they were 10 years younger than me, my sister surely would know them. She is 9 years younger than me.
Maybe they're 5 years younger than you then.
Then I would still know them because my mom worked at a school.
Nah.
Fuck you, man.
I think what it probably is, the thing that's probably most likely is that her parents are like some of the farmers that live around our small town, and she went to private school. That's probably what it is.
God, I hate dude. I bet she's one of those people that was like ashamed to like live in Taft and went to school like in Portland.
Yeah.
God,
got the transfer and had her parents take her into school, do a 20-minute drive to school every day.
I hated that. Like, I remember like asking my mom asking me when they built the new fucking school in Portland because it just got built like when we were going to high school.
Yeah.
She's like, she's like, do you ever think about like transferring to Portland? They got that new school. I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, y'all make me walk to school now. Y'all gonna get up in the morning, drive me to Portland? She's like, yeah, true. Fucking,
you know what? Harsh but fair.
like, like honestly, like, fuck. There's no way, and I don't want to go to Portland. Fucking, I don't know anyone there.
Yeah. You
school
gotta make new friends. Who's got the time?
I liked our school.
I've got Kingdom Hearts 1 to play.
Dude, I don't know if you remember him. I feel like he went to he was. I feel like he was in our school for like 2 years and then he graduated. But he was like this big black guy, and I think he was like our age or 1 year older than me. And I had him for math class. And the math class was like in the middle where like the grass was.
Yeah.
And I remember all the time when class was over, he would just open the window and jump out the window and go to next class.
What the fuck?
And it was so funny. The teacher just stopped caring about it.
Wow. It was like, I'm this guy. I'm the jump out the window guy. And no one's going to stop me.
He was, and it was always funny, like all the time. And I don't know why he did it. I always figured it's because like maybe his friends were like walking from the other side, and he wanted to just catch them. I don't know, but like
Yeah.
school was like way more fun back then because like the high school it was.
You could jump out the
Because,
window.
you could do that
We didn't
now.
have active shooter drills. You just jumped out the window. It's fine.
We didn't have active shooter drills. Everyone knew each other. We all knew we had guns. We just never did it at school.
It's fine. It was an unspoken rule.
Yeah, that we had fist fights. We had un fucking fisticuffs.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have cool fucking stories like Mace Tornado Tommy
Mm-hmm.
fighting the Katrina.
Yeah. The one Katrina of three,
feel
I
like-
think.
I think we had two. But that was a great story. We had a school cop, and I don't think she ever did anything.
Yeah. That's fun fact, actually. That's what most school cops do, is either nothing or harass minorities. Statistically, that's what most resource officers do. Unfortunately for resource officers, our school is almost entirely minorities. So,
I was just about to say, I'm like, it was statistically, it was going to happen no matter what. There was 5 white kids in our school.
Yeah. It's like, what are you going to do here? Come on, man.
I was friends with all of them.
Yeah.
Friends with you, friends with Thomas Putnam.
Yeah.
Chuck
Oh, man.
Longwell.
What nice guys actually all of them are.
Yeah, they're really nice guys, but those are like the whitest names I've ever heard.
God, yeah.
Yours included.
Yes, mine included.
But God, speaking of white people, like Audra too, Audra Demmer, she works in Corpus. I see her every now and once and again because she works at Freebirds,
Ooh.
and I love Freebirds.
Yeah, so you walk in and you're like, oh, yeah. Blast from the past, huh?
And I'm like, I still look the same.
You're like, you want to give me some extra steak? Nah, I'm just kidding. But...
I'm just kidding, unless.
Hmm?
Anyway, we're at the very end of the podcast. Not the very end, but like near. So I want to talk about this Willy Wonka scam.
Yeah, please, Fee. I have heard a lot about it, but I don't know exactly what's going on here.
So I think it was in Germany, I think.
Okay.
If you could look it up while I'm explaining it.
Okay.
Because I think it was in Germany. So basically, they put out these ads, I think, on Facebook for like the area, for the Willy Wonka experience, right? And they promoted it using this really creepy AI art. And it looked all whimsical and like it was gonna be this fucking like cool fucking like that experience you told me where you took your kid and the room was like 3D and shit.
Yeah.
That it was gonna be something like that. That's what people were led to believe. Tickets were $40 each. And it wasn't. It was a cracked in warehouse. It was a warehouse, and it looked like in Halloween when people set up a haunted house on their lawn.
Yeah.
Like that. They had like literal shower curtain hallways, and they had you could see the warehouse, the pillars on the top, the concrete floor. They didn't make anything look like anything. They had like lollipop setting, placer, decorations, like a few places. They had like colored trees and stuff. Then they had like the Willy Wonka there, and he was doing lines and leading people through the thing. It was like a 20-minute experience. He came out and he was like, "Yeah, I think they had AI write the script too."
Yeah, I'm reading that now. Yeah, I knew the script was AI generated as well. I was like, this isn't normal human writing.
And then he was like, it's for kids, and he was like, the worst part is with the snacks that were given away, every kid got one jelly bean and like a Dixie cup of lemonade.
Nice.
And he's like, the guy who came out, he was like, I didn't audition for Willy Wonka. And he's like, but they gave it to me anyway. And he was like, I didn't want to do it. He's like, but I did it. and like it's so awful. Like if you're seeing like the videos, you've seen the woman. It's the infamous picture of like the girl dressed like an Oompa Loompa, like
Yeah.
looking like she'd rather be anywhere else and maybe dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing this one dude who was dressed as Willy Wonka, and he said, I just thought of it I just thought of it as I just wanted the kids to have a good time. So I'm gonna do these like silly, I'm gonna take photographs with them, play games with them. There was a little girl dressed as an Oompa Loompa that was just really upset because she'd expected Charlie in the chocolate factory and got a dirty warehouse in Glasgow. Ugh. Oof.
It was in Germany. Okay, I was right.
Nope. It is Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah. Glasgow's
Oh,
in
okay.
Scotland.
I thought Glasgow's in Germany.
No, that's because you're dumb.
I'm not worldly cold.
I know. Neither am I.
But you've been there. No, you've been to Berlin.
Yep. Yeah. I've been to Berlin. I've been to Germany. Not been to
Berlin.
Scotland.
It's Glasgow adjacent.
They're both in Europe. That is true.
Yeah. See, adjacent.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, there's also this like weird thing. While they were taking the tour, there was I saw a video of it. They had like this villain. It was like the bad candy man, and he looked looked like a guy in a ghillie suit with like one of those black like colorless masks you get on Halloween.
Oh no.
He was just like coming out and scaring the kids. It was so bad. Everything about it was bad.
Why would you have that? Why would you have a villain?
I don't know. Dude, it was so everything about this was bad. Everyone got their money back surprisingly.
That is surprising.
740 people got their refunds.
I hope the actors got paid too, because
it's so funny because the guy who had this bright idea came out and he was like, this isn't what I like imagined. This isn't what I wanted. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you do? You put this set together, you saw it, and you were like, this is it.
you're like,
And
yep,
then when
we got it.
and then everyone came to see it, and you were like, oh, they don't like it? And then he just like hit him. He's like, oh no, it's bad.
Oh, it is bad, isn't it?
Like I don't know what like fucking lens he was seeing it through, like that his vision got through, but it only took till everyone got there and like was miserable, and then having them label it the Fire Festival for kids.
Oh
Like
god.
then it hit him, and he was like, "Oh no, I did a bad job."
I can almost guarantee you what happened is like he had the idea and he's like, it's gonna be great. And then like the closer that it got, the more that he was like, okay, we're having a compromise on this, we're having a compromise on that. Like, it's fine. We'll fix it. Like it's gonna be a little less good, just a little less good than I thought, but like that's fine. It'll still be reasonable, still be fun. And then like as they were setting stuff up, he was like, oh fuck, dude, like we didn't have nearly enough money or time to put this together. And he's just like, it's okay, it's okay. Just like maybe I'm looking through it at like the lens of an adult, and like maybe for kids this is fine. Kids are like okay with this.
Kids are gonna be like, "Oh, this is just like the real thing.
This is wow. I'm actually Charlie." And then,
Dude.
and then he gets a bunch of Facebook comments and went, "Oh fuck, I was right the first time. Damn it."
It's just like, oh no. He's like, no, I can never work in this industry again. I can never do this again. Just, just the realization that the whole thing is shit, and like now his name's attached to it.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta change my name. I just
He's
gotta,
like, yeah,
I gotta move.
fuck. It's like I can't do this again. I think it would have saved it if it wasn't meant for kids. If it was like meant for adults, and he had it the way he did, but like he had people serving like Willy Wonka themed alcohol, had like, I don't know, sexy Oompa Loompa dancers. I like have it be like a almost like burlesque risque.
You know what?
kind of like show.
When you started saying this, I was like, no, adults are like way harsher critics. And then you were like, no, but it's like a Willy Wonka themed nightclub. Oh, okay. Everyone's drunk. So that makes sense. All right. Yeah. People, if you show up and you're like, yeah, we've got Willy Wonka themed like mudslides. We've got fucking Kahlua. We've got like, no, we'll get you fucked up. Yeah. Nobody would have cared.
Yeah. And then they had like, like Oompa Loompa in like skimpy outfits, and they're the servers, like men and women just coming out like Oompa Loompa, and then they're like shaking their ass, and like showing a little bit of titty. Just no one would have cared. I mean, everyone would probably like laughed at it, but then they're like, but we got drunk and we had a good time. Everyone had fun.
Yeah, you know what? It was really corny, but like, it's fine. Like there was like a $30 cover charge and you got a free drink with it. So I don't know, it's fine. Yeah, we all dressed up as like, we all dressed up in orange and made out. It's fine.
It's great. I took one of the Oompa Loompas home. Fucking, she turned me into a blueberry. If you know what I mean. I think that would have made it not. I think that would have smoothed it over if it was for an adult, because then it could have been like, oh, a small, like, I don't know, almost like a theater company making like an adult like drinking night, not a kid's experience that looked like it took like part in a back alley.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, so my kid is 2.5, and it's really unpredictable what will capture his attention. But like when his attention is captured, it's captured for a pretty good amount of time sometimes. So like we took him to a children's museum, and like it turns out a lot of children's museums have these where they've got like these plastic like clear tubing, and there's like a box where you can like put in like a scarf or like a koosh ball or whatever, and then it'll like go through all these like plastic tubes, and then it'll like shoot out the top, and it looks cool, and then my son, like every time that he sees one of those, he spends like a half hour doing it, and it's like, damn, like it's been 5 minutes, I'm bored as fuck. So that's crazy that you're still in here. And he's like, no, I got to pick this up. I got to put it in. Wow, look at that go. That's crazy. Let me go do it again. I'm like, yeah.
Dad, you don't get it. I could put like 2 different things in there and they both look different. Who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, they're like, I've got a ball and a scarf. What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Sure, I do know what's gonna happen, but you know what? Test it out, son. Let's see.
I like in children's museums when they have that big like wall with like the metal things where you press against and your indentions on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Because like adults and kids can have fun with that. Like you just get on one side and you like flip someone off, or like you put your whole body in like a weird position. You're like, look at me.
Look at that.
I think the one in Corpus, like the Science Museum, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't remember a thing about it. I know it had one of those. I know it had like Christmas trees. That's about it.
I don't know. All year round, Christmas trees. Don't know why.
I remember like going during Christmas and they had a really nice Christmas tree display.
And you were like, this is it. This is peak.
This is peak childhood. That's all I remember. I haven't been to the Science Museum in years. I haven't been to a museum in years.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say, like, kids' science museums now are like actually kind of hella sick. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do in there that we were like, oh, that's kind of a cool thing. Like I just talk shit about it, but like the thing where you put the scarf in, pretty fucking cool. Like
once.
Yeah, like,
at least
4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
They've got like a thing where you make a paper rocket. Like you make a basically a cone out of paper, and then you slip it on top of this tube and you like pump up this pressure gauge, and then when you hit it, like the rocket shoots off and shoots into the fucking ceiling, and it sticks in the ceiling if you do it hard enough. You're like, oh hell yeah. I made the shit out of that rocket, didn't I? Damn.
The closest thing I've been to that was like that was like the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in San Antonio on the Riverwalk.
Mm-hmm.
That was like
Yes.
8 years ago.
Yeah. That was it's one of those things where like it sounds like a good idea. You're like, yeah, we're gonna go to Ripley's Believe It or Not, and we're gonna go right next door to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
Oh, I like that place.
And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, that's gonna be great. And then for me at least, every time I go to a place like that, I'm like, huh? Why did I think this was gonna be fun? I'm like, they're like, look, this is the world's tallest man. I'm like, that's tall. All right. Oh yeah, that is what Shaq looks like. True.
Kinda. That is kind of what he looks like.
Yeah, this is approximately what Shaq may look like on a bad day.
On a hot day, if he was made of wax and his face was melting. I think you have to go with the right people, because like if like you went with like, I don't know, like me or like Mike, it'd be hella great.
It could be.
I remember going, I think with my sister and like one of my exes, and they tell you specifically don't touch the wax statues, and we touched all of them.
Oh my god, why?
Because it's San Antonio, and I don't think they care anymore. And honestly.
Like, no, Fee, you don't care.
Yeah,
I'm sure the employees there don't care. Whoever owns the wax museum probably cares a lot.
Yeah, he probably does. No one else does, because like we had a great time just touching and posing with the wax museums, making them say and do funny stuff, touching like their wieners. It was great.
God. I cannot even relate to that. Like, my wife and I are both so like risk averse, and so like, nah, we got to follow the rules. That like, if I were with you, I would be yelling at you the whole time. Stop fucking touching it. It says stop touching it.
I'd still do it. Oh dude, yeah. Okay, so I remember with my last ex-girlfriend, that's when we went, because when I first started dating her, it was like 4 years ago, 5 maybe, because we went to your place like the day after.
Oh yeah.
And remember, we had the wax statue of our hand, because you can get a wax statue of like your hand, and we just started dating. So we did like the hand grab thing, the sign language for love, both of our hands inside the wax.
Yeah,
and we made it. It was great. It was a really hot day in Texas, and we got to your house, and we were like real tired from the ride. We wanted to get in the AC. We left the wax hand in my car, and it had melted and got misshapen. And I was like, "Oh my god, the statue!" And she was like, "Oh man." I'm like, but it's pretty funny though, right? And so we kept it, and it was like a really cool thing to have, because like we had this fun time, and then we went to your place, and then it melted, and like it was just a goofy thing.
Like,
so we kept it.
What a goofer.
We kept it. We kept it. And we both liked it. But you know, you can't keep a wax statue like that for long. I think we had it for like a couple of months, and then it just got kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like a lot of people that I know think I'm kind of weird for how like not attached to objects that I am, and like things that like are supposed to be sentimental. I'm like, that's kind of garbage. I don't know why I would take that. But then I went to my grandmother's funeral, and like bunch of people bought flowers. I think there were 8 different flower arrangements there for my grandmother, which was great. And then after the funeral, my aunt is like, yeah, all right, anybody who wants some flowers, go ahead and take them. Otherwise, we're donating all of them. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that does make sense. And she was like, well, what am I going to do with the flowers? Take them home, watch them die there? No. And I was like, all right.
Have a second funeral for the flowers?
Yeah. I'm going to have to buy flowers for the flower funeral. I'm going to be there forever.
God. I don't even know what we did. I don't know what we did. I think for my brother and my dad, we kept the the picture with like the flowers in it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just got rid of the flowers.
Yeah. At some point
But
you have to, and you're like, I don't know. It feels like one of those like grim reminders. You're like, oh yeah, the flowers died. Oh god.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is. And I was just like, I don't like that. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I may have not have liked it, but I'm sure like my mom probably did.
Yeah.
I just kind of didn't like being at the funeral.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like seeing my loved ones, there. It really bothers me. Not bothers me. Well, it bothers me, but it really like what's the word? It's like a reminder, right?
Yeah. And especially like I would say that especially like if you're really close to the person, right? And like you're like trying to keep it together and you're like, all right, and then you like somebody who was like less close to them is like, really reacting a lot louder than you. You're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude.
Shut up, dude.
I don't think that was the case.
You don't get to do that.
I'm doing it. I don't think that was the case at my dad and my brother's funeral because I was the one, like, I was that guy.
Yeah.
But, like, I had the right to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you're good.
I feel like everyone was looking at me, but I was just, man, I was unconsolable.
Yeah. Like funerals like that. Okay, so this is another interesting thing about my grandmother's funeral. One of my brothers couldn't come because he like literally just got a new job. And so he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't make it. And then I found out like after the funeral that they live streamed it. So
what?
It's on Vimeo right now. Like you could go watch my grandmother's memorial service. And so
great.
I'm like, cool. Weird though. Weird that that's an option, but like I'm glad that my brother that couldn't come, like he could attend virtually. That's kind of a neat thing, but also weird that I could go back and watch it.
I don't know. I think I want to say that's like maybe a white person thing because I don't know any like Mexican or Hispanic that would do that.
Yeah, I mean it was all through the church. I guess the church already has that stuff set up, and they just asked like, "Oh yeah, do you want to stream it?" And they were like, "Well, yeah." No. Some people can't come. Yeah,
I feel like someone. I feel like the what's it called, the church, the memorial, wherever we had it. For my brother asked if we wanted to do that, and we said no. Like we're offended. But like they recorded it, and that was fine if they recorded it, so that way we can give it to like if someone didn't make it.
Yeah.
But like live streaming is is weirder. Recording it is fine because like maybe you want a copy and you want to keep it. But like no, dude, fucking live streaming a funeral is like the strangest thing to me. Well,
and it's for you and me it means something different too. Like you and me it's like the preacher is like yes, and Leonard was here, very devout Christian. He's here every week, and thank you for the 5 gift subs there, Big Panda 87. Leonard was great. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting it's September, so if you start gifting subs, every gift sub that you give, we will give one to the Lord. So keep that in mind.
Thank you, Tasteful Farts, for the 5 gift subs. We're gonna give a shout out right now from our buddy Panda Express.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking this funeral was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Fucking. It shows like a close up on the open casket, and the body just has like a QR code on their fucking chest. Fucking it holds on that through the whole ad read.
Yeah,
someone like
Thank you so much. I just I'm so thankful for your donations. I agree this is a very poggers funeral.
If I can get F's in the chat, please.
Mm-hmm. F's in the chat for Leonard, please.
Dude, there's no doubt in my mind that in the future with like the kids now, and when live streaming becomes more mainstream, that would happen. Just if you could think of big streamers now, you'd think that they would like, I don't know, when they pass away, they're like, I want my funeral live streamed live on Twitch on my channel, and it'll be my last stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think that would happen? Like, there's people in the chat just spamming F, and like the pog face are like fucking
rip. They're doing they're doing the cross, the Jesus. Yeah.
just, oh god, that's so fucking crazy to think about.
Yeah, whenever you talk about like streaming a funeral, that's what I'm picturing, because this is like, when they're talking about streaming a funeral, it's like a private link, and like it's public kind of, so like you can go find it or whatever, but it's not like nobody, the preacher's not like, oh yeah, indeed, this whole thing, this man died while he was in a car accident, very Monka-esque, you know what I mean?
Don't forget to turn on the bell icon to get notified whenever we got a new body in the casket. We live stream every Sunday on the Lord's Day. Fucking God, dude, I would say I'm surprised that churches don't live stream, but they do live stream.
Yeah, they do.
But it's mostly what's it called, the evangelist churches, because like normal churches are not fucking with it. But televangelists all suck ass.
Yeah. My grandmother's church during COVID started doing live streams and broadcasting on like local TV, and I feel like the churches that got a lot of money were doing that because they had the money to pay somebody to do that. So yeah, I think that happened during COVID, and that's why this church was still doing it, is because they like set it up during COVID, and then we're like, well, I don't know. Guess we'll just leave it up.
Before we go, because we're at the end of the podcast, speaking of televangelists, you hear about the two televangelists that are getting charges by I think the FBI for scamming like all their fucking parishioners out of their money for a crypto scam.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, they were online only televangelists, and they told all the parishioners, they were just like, all right guys, you got to go to this website, and the Lord, he told the God, Jesus, he told me that if you invest, he was like, you invest in this crypto, and it's total liquid, it's all good. And they all went and they gave money, and the fucking dude, the televangelist, he took all the money.
Of course he did.
And the crypto that he had them invest in was just a scam. It was not gonna make any money. It wasn't gonna go up. It was worth literally nothing.
Yeah, baby. That's good. He's like, so you've heard that like some crypto goes to the moon. This one's going to heaven. All right. That's what the Lord told me.
Dude, he made an apology video saying that the Lord told him that this was a fucking shoo-in.
Yeah.
That the Lord came, that the Lord was just like, you gotta, I don't know what his name was, say Michael. He was just like, hey, Michael, you gotta tell your people that this crypto, it's a sure thing, fucking Jesus, in a sweaty white wife beater shirt, just like you smoking a cigarette. He's just like, you gotta tell him that this is a sure thing, like he's fucking gamble addiction. You gotta get the money. You gotta tell him it's a shirt thing. Tell him I sent you. Tell him I said it. He says,
You know what? Now that I think about it, it was weird that the Lord sent me an email. I did think that was. I did think that was a little suspicious. But you know what? The Lord works in mysterious ways. Let me just go double check. See that there it is. It's Super Saiyan Lord at gmail.com. That was my mistake. Honestly, now I'm embarrassed.
Listen, it could have happened to anybody.
Yeah, you know what? Let's all just forget and forgive. And Super Saiyan Lord at gmail.com. You were evil.
You will be going to hell.
I disavow you.
Let's all take a moment in prayer that we will get them. Oh, I'm getting arrested. It seems like the FBI is at my door, and I will be going away.
Yeah, I'm really hoping. You know what? I never did put in that underground bunker, did I? Dang it! Dang it! I really thought I had this one. All right, well, maybe we'll hit you up again here in about 6 months when I need money for candy bars. So bye everyone.
Candy bars for the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
God. Colby, we are at the end of our show today.
Yeah, so if you listen to this live, good. Thank you. You were listening at twitch.tv/GoGettasPod. But if you want to catch the video replay of this, it'll be up on YouTube same day as our podcast, which is every Wednesday. This will go up at like 12 p.m. Pacific time on a Wednesday. But if you want to catch the audio version, which has better audio quality and Fee's laughs unedited, you should go check out the audio versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and any other podcatcher you can think of. Also, if you don't have time, what the fuck are you doing? If you don't have time, then you could check out our shorts.
Do it.
YouTube.com/@GoGetUsPodcast for our shorts. Same with TikTok. You can check us out on TikTok. So go do that. Everything that we've ever put out is gold.
Great gold. Like them, follow them, sub them, star them. Especially on TikTok today. And just put out our new Doug short. It's about a minute and a half. It's like a minute and 45 seconds. And surprisingly, TikTok let me put the whole thing on there.
Go watch our Doug thing, okay? Go watch it.
That is my favorite bit that we've ever done. Is the Doug rant.
I may or may not just cry if you don't watch it. It's so worth it.
I will cry if you don't watch it. I love that bit so much.
He'll do it. I've seen him do it.
I've done it. I'm a crying animal. Here's what I want you to do. I want you I want you to I want you to go online with your best friend. You have a great idea. It's a movie that is in public. What's it called? What is Mickey Mouse now? Public domain.
That's right.
I want you to get a public domain idea. People fondly remember it. Mm-hmm. I want you to generate AI art. of pictures that you tell people online in your area that you got the experience. You got a public domain experience for them to come and enjoy and put the art out. And then I want you to sell all the tickets. And then I want you to have the people go in, experience it's shitty. I want you to run away, and I want them to go get you.
Damn. All right. There was a twist at the end. All right. So we're pulling a fugitive, but from the other way. Okay. I see it.
Yeah. Go get them.
Yeah. Go. Everybody else, go get them. Go get them.
Yeah. Well, go get them. Fucking go get them podcasts.
Yeah. There. You know what? This is my Miracle on 34th Street experience. It's gonna be in black and white. You won't even see anything in color. And you walk in, and it's not even. It's a conference room in a Hilton that has one Christmas tree inside of it.
It it has a guy in a Santa costume, except he's just wearing like overalls and suspenders, no
Mm-hmm.
shirt, pants,
Mm-hmm.
and he he's rubbing his belly. And he's like, "Come on, get your gift over here.
There's a,
Come sit in my lap."
there's a street sign, a very clearly stolen street sign. It's like 36th Street, and you're like, that's not the right. Okay, it's fine. It's close enough. It starts with a 3.
Yeah, and there's a weird Santa in the middle. I don't know if I'm gonna get molested.
Yeah.
But uh,
Uh,
bye.
I'm just imagining the Santa. I'm sorry. It's so upsetting. Ugh.
Some people are into that. Some people are into
Stop.
fucking
Stop
bear
it.
Santa.
You
They
stop
want
that
to
right
grab.
now.
They want to grab his sack.